Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Cringe Talk. I'm Matt.
And I'm David.
And tonight we are going to be talking about It Comes at Night.
That's right.
Directed by Trey Edward Schultz.
Uh-huh. He also did the screenplay.
There we go. He's
He's
a
a
jack
full
of all
cast.
trades. And I love Schultz,
Do you love Schultz?
Peanuts creator.
Oh, I see. I don't think
Charlie
spelled
Brown.
It's not spelled the same way.
Well, no, it's not at all. So It Comes at Night. Now, this is marketed as a horror film, David. Do you have any issues with that? Because I feel like you might.
I have issues with the film, not with the...
You have issues with the film. But now, do you consider it a horror film?
Yeah.
Okay, good. We're on board here.
Oh, come on. We're going to do this every time?
we do have to, because that was one of the big debates about this thing. Is like, they're marketing it as this horror film, but it's not. It's more of a thriller. It's more of a drama. It's more of a
Survival.
And I'm thinking,
It is.
yeah, it could be all those things, but it's still horror. Because what is different about this and Cabin Fever? Let's say Cabin Fever, a lot less dramatic
And gory.
and a lot less or more gory. Yeah. So this film,
More gory. More gore.
more gory. Yeah.
More gore whore.
Let's talk about there's some actors in here that I don't know, but we do know Joel Edgerton.
Yeah.
He's a
Oh, it's not Edgerton? Yeah, it's Edgerton.
Edgerton, eh?
It's Edgerton. not
Jesus,
Edgar.
I've been saying Edgerton.
It
this
does
whole time.
sound better.
Joel Edgerton. Edgerton. He was the guy in Great Gatsby, correct?
Yeah, he was Mr. Buchanan.
Yeah, he's the good-looking husband.
He's also in a lot of other films.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you've-
He usually plays a pretty
film
good-looking
vision.
guy. In this, he was not great-looking. It looked like he put on a couple extra pounds for this.
Oh, you don't like the beard? I like the beard.
He was a chubby Joel.
I like the beard though.
Yeah.
Good beard.
You have to say that because you've got a beard
I don't
that's
care. Yeah,
years
that's right. It's all
long.
about beard love, baby.
Yeah. So
Threw off the Bruce Campbell, yeah, baby.
you said you had issues with this film.
Oh, I have tons of issues. With
Okay,
this.
now just tell me right away. Do you like it or do you not like it?
I don't like it.
You didn't like the film.
I don't think it's at 7.1 on 10, and it's been considered amongst amongst one of the how do I say it? It was considered amongst the good films as Get Out, because Get Out was a good.
There's the same production company, A24, I believe.
Isn't Get Out Blumhouse?
Now
I'm pretty sure it's
A24
Blumhouse.
had something to do with Get Out, though. I just don't know what. You can have a mix of.
You
productions.
could. But anyway, they just put it on the same block. They put it on the same shelf as Get Out.
Okay.
As in considered one of the better horror films this year, and I really don't agree at all.
Well, it's a very different.
No, even
It's
as
a
a
very different film.
But as a film, I'm saying as structured as a film, it's
Yeah?
not that good.
Well, okay. What didn't you like about it?
Okay.
Just
Sorry,
break it
I'm gonna say
down a
everything. No, okay. Well, how do I say this? I think lately we have been. I think we were spoiled pretty well in terms of we've been blessed with some good films.
Spoiled rotten.
No. More the blessed. So we were blessed with some good films when we have a narrative that doesn't focus on. We don't know what it is,
Yeah.
or how it got there.
Yeah.
It's just happening.
Yeah.
And this could go 10 Cloverfield Lane, Babadook.
It's isolated. I like it. There's no explanation.
Let me finish.
All right.
You're doing the interrupting now.
It's true.
It's okay. 10 Cloverfield Lane, Babadook. It follows. You can even put Cloverfield in that regard. Just it's not a horror film, but just to say you don't know why or where it comes from, or it's just happening.
Okay.
And that's amongst many examples.
It came from space.
It came from space. Fine.
We see it in
You see it, you see it.
post-credits scene.
Exactly. So here's the thing: you don't know what the situation is, and this one we don't know what it is at all. We're just presented with the situation. We know we have the grandfather dying at first, so there's an airborne disease going on. We don't know where this airborne disease is. They don't even know what it is, and the title is called "It Comes at Night," and we don't even know what it is. We just know there's people killing each other for some reason outside, and it's not safe to go outside. And every single let's say attribute to this film that I'm listing, they don't answer it or at least they don't answer it properly.
Okay.
And it's I don't know. The only thing I want to credit them is definitely the acting. I mean, obviously, the character conflict is great. I felt like it had a certain stylistic approach to it. I like the way those dream sequences are still pretty good. They don't lead to anything, unfortunately, and they don't make any sense, quite frankly. But it just looked good. So it had a good pace, good character conflict. But I feel like the structure of the narrative, the storyline was convoluted and led to nothing. I gained nothing at the end of this film.
I feel like I disagree with everything you've said.
Okay, that's fine. We'll get a debate. I mean, like, I don't care. I mean, like, lately we've been agreeing on a lot of things, so we might as well get something that we disagree on. So it's fine.
Now, I didn't love this film.
No,
but I didn't.
Did you gain anything generally? Did you say like, "Oh, I'm glad I watched this film"?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay,
because
okay.
I didn't get what I thought I was going to get out of it, but what I did get out of it was just a lot. There was a lot of suspense. It was building suspense kind of the whole movie, and you didn't know if that suspense was warranted. You like as those characters in the film, you're like, doesn't look like they know what they're afraid of, and it doesn't look like maybe they're wrong for being so afraid.
And I'm okay with that generally.
Yeah, and I was pretty happy with that because it looked like we as the audience have no idea what's going on,
Exactly.
and I kind of think they didn't know what was going on either.
No.
The whole title, "It Comes at Night," we'd assume it was something out in the woods.
But it was never answered. Nothing was ever like.
It doesn't have to be answered. It doesn't have to be a physical thing.
You didn't, because the thing is, you didn't like It Follows at all, right?
No, I liked it.
Oh, you liked It Follows. No, it was Babadook. I think Babadook.
I was okay with it.
You were
There
okay
were
with it.
things I didn't like
but
about it.
But you were like you're a lot less okay with it compared to this, right?
No, I wouldn't say that.
No, you wouldn't say that either.
No.
Okay, I think okay. Well, you want to start. Okay, it's fine. So you're not entirely convinced that it's that good.
No, this film. No, I'm not entirely convinced,
Okay,
but I
fine,
don't think
fine.
it warrants the
hate-
negative,
the hate that I'm
you've
getting.
you've given it. I mean, yeah, when I walked in, I thought I want to see what it is,
That's right.
but upon reflection, I'm thinking maybe it is not the point.
It's just they've explored so many ideas and didn't answer a single one.
Did
A
it
single
need to be
one.
answered?
It does. A lot does. And specifically, I think like how that door got unlocked is a big one.
To me, this is a great film about cabin
Nothing.
fever, paranoia.
And Seinfeld.
Seinfeld?
It's about nothing, Matthew. Nothing happens. Nothing. It's nothing.
I mean,
it led to nothing. Is it a part of a grander universe? Is it like Cloverfield and 10 Cloverfield Lane? Is it the same universe as Evil Dead? You know, like that demon spread everywhere. What the hell?
it's
is
a
this
nice
thing?
little drama. Which has
I could
elements
watch
of horror.
I could watch a nice little drama during the day too. Like,
which
I don't
has
know.
elements of horror in it because you don't know who you can trust. Now,
That part's good.
As a
I
good
will say that's
Samaritan,
good. Yeah.
you're there, you're with your wife and your son, you're trying to raise him right, and you got this guy who says he has a family that needs food, they need water,
and they leave him outside, and he's okay.
Yeah,
and
you want to help
be
him.
okay,
Well, you want to help him,
right?
especially for your son. You want to help him. You want to show that you're a good guy, so you bring him in. But really, you shouldn't. You shouldn't trust anybody. But
Okay.
if you don't trust anybody, then how can you carry on living?
Let's just structure this just from the beginning first, okay?
Okay.
So we start off with they kill their grandfather.
He's got a disease. He
He's got
clearly
disease.
has some
He
disease.
clearly, and you have to kill him, right?
Yeah.
So and they already have a procedure to it. So they
yeah.
have some sort of knowledge, or maybe it's knowledge they've gained with experience. We don't know. That's what we're presented.
You got to burn the body.
They burn the body.
That way animals
Fine,
don't
fine.
eat it. The disease doesn't spread.
Apparently, it didn't spread to them. They were wearing masks and gloves, and that was adequate enough for them not to get it. So they're going to
Yeah.
be okay. What happens next? So they go to bed. Kid gets some dreams, some convoluted dreams. We don't know what to expect from it.
That kid was freaky, man. He had
or he just kind of he wasn't freaky, but he kind of freaked us out in his situation. He wasn't like
He
by
was
himself.
weird.
He was weird. It wasn't off-putting, but the way he was seeing things kind of put us
Yeah.
off guard. Okay, it was off-putting in that regard. Okay.
Like I didn't trust him.
Oh no, I don't mean that. I feel like his naivety made us second guess everything.
Okay.
That's what I felt. Okay, so we have that. So that's presented to us. Next thing you know, okay, so what? That very same night, like their house gets broken into. They find out who that is. Okay, so they tie him up, put him outside. Now, this thing that's this airborne disease, they say, and the title is called "It Comes at Night." They literally leave this guy out there at night and expect him to be okay the next day, and then they eventually welcome him and his family into the house, thinking that this was okay. So they broke their own rules, broke their own structure, and what we know is out there, they've already just broke protocol.
But that's assuming that you're still under the assumption that the it is a physical being,
Right,
a physical thing.
But despite
What
they
about
still-
the fear of it?
But
they're
they-
most
they-
afraid at night.
But they left him outside
Yeah.
at night, and
Yeah, but it doesn't. What I'm saying is, it doesn't matter if it's daytime,
they don't
if
even
it's nighttime.
They don't even check if he has the disease, or they don't even know. Like, how do you? There's no way of checking. They don't even address that. So
The whole thing is they leave him out there for a couple days.
What
Because,
for?
Because they know that it takes a couple days for the disease to start showing symptoms. That's how their
But he could have
grandfather
gotten
got
it while he was out there. So what's the point?
The point is, you
They
don't
could
know
have
if
left.
he's sick.
They
You
could have
don't-
left him in that room where the grandfather was, and it
They
was going to be
could've.
fine. So
They could've, but
why
you
do
don't
they
want
some-
him. You don't want him in your
I'm
house.
just trying to say, we're looking at a flaw right here. Is that they left him outside where something could have happened to him because they say they're not supposed to go outside or long walks or whatever it is, or even leave the premises for so long. They left him like a good 10 yards away from the house
Yeah.
where something could have happened to him. So already that's a flaw to me.
Well, it's only a flaw but we don't know enough.
no, we don't know,
We don't know
but
enough.
by the end of it, we do.
I don't think we do.
Matthew, they were chopping wood later on, like around the same place where he was tied up, and nothing, and like then something happened near there. What if something had happened to him at night, especially that we recur back to the title of the film? Something could have happened to him, but they left him there, and then they're surprised that they end up being infected, or did they even, are they even infected, or whatever? Because that's even up for debate later on. But just to say, I'm trying to say that peculiar moment to me is already a flaw in the film. Even though they think it out, they even though at the end of this film they feel like that scene works. To me already, that doesn't. That seems like an error already.
All right. See, I just don't have a problem with it because I don't think it matters if it's daytime, if it's nighttime, if you're outside.
It's called it comes out.
If you're not-
It's called it comes at night.
Yeah, the fear comes at night,
Oh,
man. The
so-
physical, like the
So like Green Lantern versus the Fear comes out at night. This is
well,
what
you
it
saw the
is.
dog run out into the woods
during the day.
during the day.
During the day,
Yeah,
what happened at night?
he came home.
Okay, fine. He came home. He was infected.
I think
Blah,
you're
blah.
hung up too much on the title. You really wanted something physical to
No,
be the
I'm hung
threat.
up. I'm hung up with the fact that like they're trying to like convolute the entire plot line starting from the title. And to me, if it doesn't, it's not leading to anything. And maybe if they're doing this on purpose, fine. I'm not liking the result.
You know, what other things came at night other than the fear? The fear comes at night. That moment where
It unlocked the door.
the whole scene, the door being unlocked, the distrust, the mistrust,
But
the
that
not
could,
trusting.
but that could come
that
along
comes
with
at
that.
night.
But that could come along anytime. That's fine.
But it came at night.
Yeah. But then when shit went down was during the day.
Yeah, but the moment that set all that into
Fine.
motion, that was at night.
I don't know. I don't feel like that's like a.
Well, John
important
dies at
element.
the end. You remember that film?
He never died.
Didn't he die at the end?
But things we totally spoiled it for. But the whole point is that like that led to somewhere.
Okay. I still feel like this leads to pretty much everything he had at one point. His family just crumbling because he ended up with nothing. I mean, what happened is he trusted somebody and it destroyed his family. And now he's just left with him and his wife. And where are they going to go from here? Can they rebuild their relationship after
Why
that?
is he surprised? Is what I'm saying. I don't know.
I think it's just
like,
there's just no hope. It's
Okay,
one of
but
those
like-
situations where there's no hope.
okay. That's
Now,
fine.
do you want to? Were you afraid watching this movie?
No.
There's no suspense. You weren't under.
Maybe a couple of times when the kid was coming down the stairs because it's a pretty big house actually.
Yeah, I was just on edge the whole time. Every time, like when you're looking out into the woods, when you're walking around at night, when that kid is eerily listening in to the other couple. There's always.
I didn't understand where he was until it was under the stairs. But it was
Well, he's got
under
like
the stairs.
he has like a closet in his own room.
When he
In
has
his room.
no, it's I don't. Well, okay, I'm not gonna say no because I say for a fact that no, I don't actually know. But I feel like from what I saw, he was going. There's always a cupboard under the staircases, which is under the rooms, and I thought he's able to hear everything under the stairs.
Yeah, I don't know exactly where he was, but he went to a little closet
Right.
and he could hear into the other room.
And even for his parents' room too. So it's his parents and yeah.
And he's lonely. You can understand that. He
Yeah.
doesn't have anybody for himself.
And he
others-
fantasizes about the new one that comes in.
Yeah.
And what I like about it, like they don't turn that into something. It's something out of nothing. They address it.
Yeah.
But he does nothing about it. He knows his boundaries. He's not a perv. He doesn't go after. So it's
Yeah, but it made me think a few times that is this kid gonna kill
Right.
Will?
Right.
Is he gonna
Yeah, maybe.
kill him
I
out in
don't
the
know.
woods? Say it was a hunting accident.
But they were bonding when they were basically chopping wood. So
Yeah.
like I mean like because I am liking the pace of this film, but just when things happen, it wasn't I didn't feel like it was believable. It was believable when the characters were conflicting with each other. They were discussing. They went about things properly. I think. Like I like that. At some point, when he goes, okay, you know what? How about we just call it a night, go to bed, be in separate rooms for the day, try not to talk to each other, and we'll see how this goes. You know,
Yeah.
just like I feel like this is like okay, this is good approaches. You know, and I like that. But it's just how it got there. Like who unlocked that door?
Yeah.